Welcome back to another Kicking It with C. Oh my gosh, guys, we have been consistent. This is our, I think, fourth sit down video, and I think I'm low key killing it. Thank you to everyone who's watched my story time, and if you haven't, please go and watch it because it got me blocked. It's okay. I'm okay with being blocked. Had it, charge it to the game, but because it did get me blocked, that is what I'm willing to sacrifice to give you guys entertainment. So please go and watch it. Toodaloo. Thank you. Anyways, a few videos back, I did say like I have a lot of things I actually want to discuss on this channel. I want this channel to be a place of growth and of community, of learning, of sharing, of growing. And that means we can't yap on about men all the time. I have a lot to say about them, and I'm definitely not done. But for now, we're talking about something else. Specifically today, I want to speak about healing. Um, yeah, I just feel like the internet makes healing really fluffy, really cutesy, very like, there are all those theories. There's the lithium theory by Mal Robbins. There's the, Drake said that thing where he said his mom said it was not going to matter in 5 minutes, don't let it take, or in 5 days, don't let it take more than 5 minutes of your energy. Bloody, laddie, laddie, daddy, da, cute, whatever. Lies. Healing is shit. It's so hard to just let them or to just say, I'm not gonna let this take my time. I don't care. Like it's possible, but you really have to be at a very good place with yourself, very healed, very emotionally intact. And to get there, the journey is shit, my babe. It's horrible. Healing is literally like if you had to imagine like going for a run, except you're upside down and your head is scratching the road, and then at the same time, like you're driving a polo with no suspension and the car is being scratched by speed bumps and then there's a lot going on and healing just like it is the pits of the pits of the pits. The light at the end of the tunnel is beautiful, the end product is beautiful, but getting there, hell. Absolute hell. And don't let them tell you anything otherwise. Healing is horrible. It's horrible. It's horrible. It's horrible. And I feel like in my life, I've gone through my fair share of things that have really shown me flames and whatever, especially like the past 4 years. Hell. Hell. I'm so, as a person, at least I was, when I came out of it, when I was leaving Stellenbosch and moving back to Joburg, I was so traumatized as a person in so many ways, and I didn't even realize, like, I couldn't even begin to comprehend how traumatized I was. Everything was a trigger, tone of voice, a funny look. I was going through it. I was snapping. And if you know me, I'm not like a snappy person. I generally operate at a very steady and low frequency. I'm so chill. Like in my later years, I've become very chill. Like we good. But like I was agitated. I wasn't fine. And I just really feel like I was in need of healing, and I was just expecting healing to be this easy, simple process where if I went on with life, if I carried on, if I did what I needed to do, if I prayed and kept my spirituality up, I was just gonna wake up and be like, hey, I'm good. And I remember there was this one situation. I woke up a few days before my birthday and I said, 24 is a new chapter of your life. There's a lot of things you just need to release. You can't carry these things into the next decade of your life because the next 10 years for you is going to be so developmental. You need to throw that shit like this and let it go. And so there's a specific relationship I've been longing to work out. I just wanted me and this person to be cordial. I didn't understand why it was always like, we find today, we're beefing tomorrow, we find today, we're beefing tomorrow. I just wanted there to be like peace and understanding and like we on the same page and this is what we're doing and like grand, we're sticking with this. And for anyone who's ever really had that sense of longing, it's like whether it's longing with a parent, with an elder, with a cousin, with a friend, whatever, significant other or equivalent, it literally feels like there's strings on the perimeter of your heart that someone is tugging at. And you always, it's such a physical manifestation, that longing that you can feel in your chest. Almost like your heart is moving out of its cavity and there's it's weird. It's fucked up for real. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I feel my emotions so deeply. Like I'm such a character of extremes. I'm here or I'm there. So I either just don't care or like I feel it to the depths of my soul. And I was praying day in and day out, like, God, strip me of this. I've tried to do it myself. It's not working. Um, I'm choosing to hand it over to you. I'm choosing to give up hope and longing for this thing to work out in the future. And I'm asking you to just strip me of this relationship, of my desire and my longing for this relationship to work out, of any remnants of it in me. Like, strip me of it and I'll be good. And I remember getting so frustrated because I was like, why can I not just go on with life? Why am I struggling to like to plan the push play? Like I'm someone who's always on her game, I'm always on my hustle. So why am I struggling? And it dawned upon me that like when you think of the word stripping, not like woo bums 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 as like the action of stripping something from something else, it's actually a very violent process. It's actually a really painful process. And like, there's a lot of destruction there. There's a lot of tearing. There's a lot of like misformation. But in the end, you get the desired result, right? And I'm praying to God to strip me of this thing. And I'm wondering why it hurts so much. You know, like I was crashing out every 2 days. I wasn't fine. Whether I was crying myself to sleep, just laughing hysterically, not knowing what was going on, staring into the abyss like I was crashing out so bad. And I didn't understand why. I'm like, God, I've prayed and I've prayed and I've prayed, and like, I'm good in my faith. And if there's one thing I can attest to is the power of blind faith. And I walk in blind faith. Why are you doing this to me? Why does it hurt? Why does it still have to hurt? Like, has it not hurt enough? Why does it still have to go on hurting? And then it dawned upon me that, like, no, man, girl, what you're asking God to do is not a small feat and it's not an easy thing. And it is going to hurt because you're removing, like, parts of yourself in a way. Like, this relationship had played, like, big parts in who I am as a person and had shaped me and who I grew to be. And I had very, very core memories tied to this relationship. And so to let go of that longing, I'm stripping parts of myself, parts of my mind that think this is going to work out, part of my heart, part of my soul. And that is a naturally painful process. But the end result, the other side of it, is so clean and pretty and still. And I would like to believe I'm coming out on the other side now. You know, I thought about it last night and I was like, this is not so bad. Like, I'm feeling okay about the situation. The birds are in unison agreeing, but I'm feeling okay about the situation and I'm just kind of just ready to move on. Like it doesn't hurt so much anymore. Um, and I think that's the thing about healing is that the end product is beautiful, but it is a really painful process and a really hard process that requires you to be really mature and really steadfast in your faith and what you believe God can do for you or whatever you believe in, whether it's the universe or Allah or any other religious figure. But yeah, I just think we need to stop glamorizing it. And I think we teach people and children that this healing thing is easy and you can do it. And then no one ever actually heals. And we just hurt people, hurting people in this perpetual cycle of like fucked upness because no one is ever really prepared to take themselves into that darkness, into that depth, into that pain to come out on the other side. So you get what I mean? Like, you know, all those sayings like, it has to storm before the rainbow, or like after flooding things grow and whatever, and we talk about it, but like the physical manifestation it takes on you, no one prepares you for that. And the worst part is like people are telling you like, oh, let it go, heal. Motherfucker, you let it go, you heal, show me that it's so easy and then I can follow in your footsteps then. Do you get what I mean? It's just a really tough one, and I think we don't think about it enough, and I think we run from it a lot. And like, I found myself running from it myself yesterday. Like, it was a public holiday, plans didn't come together, and I was like, yo, what am I gonna do? Where am I gonna go? Where am I gonna? And then I was like, mama, God has blessed you with a beautiful home. You have everything you need. Order a pizza. And I was like, okay, but maybe I should have a drink. And I'm like, again, what do you want to drink for? Because I'm a very big believer, like Jesus turned water into wine. I don't think there's anything wrong with alcohol. I think your intention behind your consumption of alcohol is where everything gets muddled. And I was like, what am I drinking for? Generally, I drink because I like the taste, especially of like wine. Um, it's social, it's fun, and I don't really ever have to overdo it. But yesterday I wanted to have a drink to like fill the gap, to fill the loneliness. Like I'll be tipsy and then my inhibitions will be gone and then I won't care who I'm texting, what I'm saying, what I'm doing. And then I was like, no, we're not gonna have a drink, we're not gonna go anywhere, we're not gonna invite anyone over. We're gonna order pizza, we're gonna watch some reality TV, and you're gonna sit with your thoughts and you're really gonna sit in it and just be still and see if it's that bad. And by the time I went to bed, I was like, this is not that bad. I'm actually not in a bad space anymore. I'm not in a space where I feel like my thoughts consume my life. Like they start, and all I have to do is say, not today. This is not your moment to shine. Try again another day. And I think it was just really beautiful for me to sit and be like, of everything I've gone through, I'm on the other side. And like, if you know me, you know that I crash out. Like my crash outs are not long. I don't give them too much time or too much power because at the end of it all, God always has me. I'm very, very blessed and highly favored. Always say one of God's favorites because things naturally just work out for me. Lawyer me, pray against me, whatever, whatever. It's fine. You're wasting your time and you're making it more difficult for me to get to where I'm gonna go, but I'm still gonna get there. Right? So I think it's just beautiful for me to sit there and say, like, through all the crash outs, especially to this one situation, through all the crash outs, through all the pain and the hurting and the longing and the literal physical manifestations of it, I'm here on the other side. I'm healthy. I'm financially stable. I have a roof over my head. My lights are on. My fridge is full. I even have the option to pop a drink at home or go out. Like the luxuries of it all, that not having that relationship, one, didn't destroy me, but putting myself into the darkness and the abyss of healing didn't destroy me either. And that I'm good and I'm happy and you can literally see the light coming back into my eyes and you can see the self-worth rebuilding, and that it's actually worth it. It's difficult as hell again. And my one friend said to me last year when I was dealing with my relationship problems and Indoda just cheated, she said, it's okay for you to choose not to leave him right now because you don't have the capacity and you don't have the strength to go through that healing. And I know you will leave him when you're ready. But it's okay for you to sit in this right now because he's still your safe space and you have so much else going on that you need him there. And I think to an extent, I do agree with that. Like, it's okay if you don't have what it takes to heal now. It's okay if you are using something as a crutch, maybe not crack cocaine, but, or even alcohol as a crutch, even weed is very dangerous. But yeah, it's okay if you're using something as a crutch for now, or you're going to groove to fill the void, or you always have people over to fill the space because your thoughts are too loud, because you currently don't have capacity, because you're literally holding on by like that string of your panty that if you pull it, your whole panty gonna come apart. But just know the day you do choose to give in, the day you do choose to heal, to take the leap, to go into the abyss, there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and it's a beautiful light, and it's a beautiful image, and a beautiful likeness that you will become and be made in. And don't give up when it's scary. When you have the courage to take that step, to take that leap, do it and do it with all your heart and all your minds. And you're highly favored and highly protected. You're gonna come out the other side unscathed, probably a better person than what you went into it. And then you get to just end the cycle of hurting people perpetually, and just live life and be happy. And you just find that things affect you less. You don't actually care about certain things, and you can just live life and move on and be happy. So yeah, that's my message for the day. I'm late for family lunch. Oopsie, so I must wrap it up now. But for anyone who's just really struggling or holding stuff in their hearts and just crashing out, or not even crashing out, but just hurting, it will be okay. Maybe not now, maybe not tomorrow or the next day, but when you choose to take that step and invest in yourself and in your healing and in your growth, ultimately, lean on the people around you that you can, lean on your faith and whatever beliefs you have, and then lean on yourself and back yourself because you got yourself this far and you're going to get yourself even further. And whoever you come out of that process as will be beautiful and whole and deserving and radiant. And should I ever be privileged enough to meet that person? Yay. And to anyone else who gets to meet that person, yay. So happy weekend. Yeah, live, love. And we're approaching the end of the first quarter of the year. Very scary. 3 more quarters to go. Let's get that bread. Let's get the bag. Let's do all the things we got to do because we really are in a new era, a new cycle of life. The old cycle's closing out, the new one's opening up. So let's get it. Anyway, please like, subscribe, share all the fancy things, and I'll see you in the next one. Toodaloo.